I'm Grzegorz, with me is John. We'll talk some words about how to create mobile apps for nopCommerce using Xamarin. Here's our agenda. I will introduce you, and then John will show you some example. At the beginning, let us to introduce ourselves. We are from Nop4U, from Poland. Probably you know us and our solutions, and maybe you buy our solutions. We are solution partner for 5 years, and we worked with nopCommerce for 7 years. During this time, we created over 100 plugins and themes. For example, integration with Amazon and eBay. We also have a high rank at nopcommerce.com and in the nopCommerce community. Why should we have mobile apps in our portfolio? Because world goes mobile. Over 78% of users said they would rather access their favorite sales services via mobile app, not mobile website browsers. Why? Because they are faster, more secure, and users never have to forget URL and log in each time. When you develop mobile app, you can include secured payments and also save these payments. So streamlines the buying process for this for user, make things easier. You can simplify also payments with Apple Pay, Google Wallet, or Samsung Pay. Mobile app developer can integrate social sharing with into the app. So it would be nice if you can share, for example, new product or new services with your colleagues, with your friends. Yeah. You can also include push notifications into your app. It's a good opportunity for marketing, of course. You can share information, discounts, and it's push notification. It's a hardware feature based on GPS, secure connection, and API. And the brand, of course, companies that have a mobile app are build their brand. Now I will introduce you into a technology that we used for mobile app. We chose Xamarin. Why? Because it's offer a single language, C#. Probably everyone uses C# in this room. Class library and runtime that works for all 3 platforms, for iOS, Android, and Windows Mobile. When you create mobile app in traditional way, you need to develop for each platform. Using Xamarin, you use shared C# app logic, and also Xamarin forms. You can even write shared layout. Xamarin is not suitable for all purposes, but if you should develop enterprises with a lot of business logic, and you have no time and budget is small, Xamarin is best way. Of course, you thinking about your development team. In our company, we develop only in C#. So Xamarin is also the best choice for it. Now John will introduce you into technical aspect and shows you an example.
Hello, can you hear me? So I've been thinking about a way to show you how easy it is to write applications in Xamarin and how awesome is our web API. And I figured the best way will be to write some code live. And what we will be going to do is we will get featured products out of our demo store, and we will try to display them in the Xamarin app. Here is our demo store. I hope it works. Okay, it does. Chcę włączyć full screen. No i nie widać tego. Okay, here is our demo store. You can see it now. Those are the products I was talking about. We will get them into the mobile app. So first of all, we have to find a way to download them from the store. We will be using API, but not the traditional approach, which would be to, because this is a RESTful app API, so we would use some HTTP client or REST client, like REST Sharp, to download it in JSON fashion. But this approach has some flaws. This is the normal way. We would get JSONs, and first of all, we have to create model for each entity we want to transfer between our mobile app and store. And this requires a lot of work, and it's boring. And the second flaw is every time we change something in the database, in the web API, we have to also remember to change it in those models. Otherwise, it will result in exceptions which are hard to track, because the code will compile, but it won't work while deserializing those entities. So what we are going to do is we will get this file that describes our web API. If you are using web services, it's similar to SDL. You might know. We'll copy that and open our Xamarin project. I created it earlier. This is what we get. This class I also added earlier, so that I won't have to waste time for that now. It contains all authentication issues and so what we are going to do is we will add a data client. This is a NuGet package you can get from NuGet packages, and we will add this endpoint. So what it does, it creates models for every possible entity we might want to download from our store. In this reference CS file, I can't see it on my screen, so it's kind of hard. It will be kind of hard to write. This file contains of 36,000 lines. It's, as I said, it describes whole API, so we don't have to create a model for each entity. And the second flaw I was talking about, if we change something in web API or in database, all we have to do is to update this service reference. And we are good to go. So that's a lot of easier. Now how do we use this reference CS file? I will uncomment the stuff I commented earlier. We call each method from this reference CS file via container. So we want to download those featured products. So we will add new method in our Web API Services class. Submit now. Jak się duplikuje? Now I can see, but you can't see anything. Oh, you can. That's a lot better. I should have done it in the first place. So we're going to add the new method for getting those featured products. It will return a list of product overview mobile model, if I remember correctly, and let's call it get home pay or featured products. As I said, every method will be called on the container. We want to get into catalog model and call the method called homepage products. For it to actually be called, we need to execute it. The only possible way in this framework is to do it asynchronously, but for the sake of this presentation, we won't await it or anything, but just get result. Let's assign it to something and see what it is. So we should have an enumerable of products here. We said it will be a list, so return products to list. And let's hope that this method will return those products I was talking about, but something's wrong. It needs to be static, I'm sorry. As this class Web API services is static. So we have a method that allows us to get featured products from store written in, I don't know, 2 minutes or so without creating any models. They create it automatically. Now we will add, or we will try to display them in the actual app. So the entry point of our application is this pub apps constructor. I will uncomment it, or otherwise it won't work. And we have to set main page property. This will be the actual page we will see. So when it comes to creating a page, we need to add new class that inherits from content page from Xamarin Forms. Let's call it main page. It inherits from content page. From Xamarin Forms, and everything we see will be in constructor. And now everything, every container, so label, lists, I don't know, buttons must be wrapped into layouts for them to be seen by us. So we will create a new layout. We will use stack layout. I think it's the simplest one. It looks like every component is there on top of each other or next to each other if we change orientation. So we will create new stack layout. And how we will display those products. We get a list of products, so we will use a list, which in Xamarin Forms is called list view. Featured products list. And in list view, we must set at least 2 things. First of all, item source. So let's hope that this method works and returns us those products. And the second one is data template. Or item template. We need to tell our applications how to display each product, because this Xamarin Forms utilizes a lot of MVVM pattern. It looks something like that. So in this scenario, model is our product overview mobile model from the API. View model we will be writing right now, and as a result, we will see a view of those products on our mobile app screen. Znowu się przełączyłem chyba. So what we are doing right now is we are creating a view model for every product. Let's call it product cell. It inherits from view cell. And as well, everything we see is in constructor. What have I done? Everything is in layout as well. And we will display from those products, we will display maybe only a name and a picture. So for displaying texts, which is name, we will use labels. And assign its value by binding to properties from product overview mobile model class. So I know that product has, we set binding to labels property, labels text property. And I know that the product's name is stored in name property. And we also will display the product picture. So we use image. And bind to images source property. And I don't remember where the picture starts, so I need to check that really quick. I know that it's nested somewhere. Nested properties can be used for binding as well. So it's default picture model, image URL. Not this. So we know that image URL of this picture is stored there. For them to be seen by us, we need to add them to this layout because we are writing layout in C#, not in XAML, which I hate. So for them to be visible, we add them to stacks children. We add product name and the same with product picture. Maybe let's change the order of those two. First product picture. And don't put, now they will be on top of each other, so let's change orientation of our layout. We want them to be next to each other because they will be in the list view. So we change orientation to horizontal. Default one is vertical. And now we should see a picture and the name of this product next to it. But we also have to change view property of this cell to our new layout. So our view model is ready. We can set it here. Item template requires, it's a property actually. So we create new data template. Using this constructor, we have to set type here. So we use type of product cell. And our list should be ready. I remember two things. First of all, we need to change the height of this image, otherwise it will be too small. So let's put height to 100 and automatic row height for our list. Okay, let's add this list to the layout and set content pages, content property to our layout, and we should be ready to go. We added list to the layout and set content to our stack layout. I didn't set the property here, so we will do that now. Main page is the page we just created. And I think that's everything. If I run it on my phone, it should work. If not, I have a backup plan. I wrote this earlier. So let's build it. Here's my phone. It takes some time. Oh, I didn't want to do that. If it builds, I will show you some features of our finished product. This is the app we are writing right now, and this is the finished product we've been working at for past year or so. we are running it on Android. We could as well run it on iOS, but Apple's requirement is that to run it on iOS, you have to have Mac, and we don't have our Mac, and we have it in our office. Okay, here you can see that our app compiled. Hello success. My phone is asking if it can install it. It did. Now it's launching, and probably it will throw an exception. It didn't. It worked the first time. So we see those products. They are exact same as in the store, and we did it in 10 minutes or so. So this is how we connected our mobile application with online store. I will show you the finished product now and some of its features. So first of all, what you have to remember is that a user, when browsing products or something at the internet and the normal browser, can see the URLs. So if he wants to share it with friends or something, he can just copy paste it. In mobile applications, he doesn't have this option. So we need to implement the sharing mechanism. I don't want to promote Apple. I don't like Apple. Let's promote build your own computer as a cool product. So what we did is we implemented this bad boy. We can share our products with it. I will send it to Gregory, for example, via Skype. And what he gets is an URL for the desktop version of our store. If he doesn't have the app, he can open it in normal browser. The other cool feature is, or it isn't so cool, but you think you have to remember about when you're creating your mobile app, is that it is impossible to integrate your application with every payment method that exists. So what we decided to do is we used redirection. I can show it to you right now. I'm logged in, so I will add some product. Let's add this. It has some required product attributes. I think that's all. Okay, we go to our cart, and once we click that checkout button, we will be redirected to basically a mobile page inside this application. And we don't have to worry about integrating with every payment methods. We can use, for example, in this example, PayPal, because we have it installed in our store. And we will be redirected in the browser to the PayPal site as in the normal computer browser. We're waiting for PayPal, and here it is. I don't want to buy it right now, so I can cancel this payment, but the order is processed. It's completed. You can see its details here. Order is processed, completed, but the payment method is pending. User hasn't paid for that order. I have two more features to show to you. First of all is manipulating how the native app's navigation works from the admin panel. So what you see right here is a topic. We will go to admin panel. I will log in. Where are topics? Error happened. Come on. Okay, topics are here. We have two topics. One of them is newsfeed, which you can program, and second one is this mobile homepage. So let's take a look at that. And here, following some rules we provided, store owner or store administrator can have an effect on how the navigation will behave. So in this, I'm promoting Apple once again. I don't know why. But if a user clicks on this topic, he should be redirected or navigated to Apple's category in the mobile app. So let's check if that works. I'm clicking this topic, and yeah, we are redirected to the Apple's category. And the last feature, also integrated with admin panel, is push notifications. They are right here. we use Firebase messaging, Firebase cloud messaging, but we know that for store owners it might be a little bit difficult to do it everything via Firebase console because it's pretty complex, complex. So we integrated it with admin panel. While sending push notifications, we need to basically fill in one thing. It's the message. The default title will be nopCommerce, but let's say we have new product and we want to send a notification about it to our users. So I don't know, new product. We want them to check it out. And if we don't set the optional link, it will come in, and after clicking it, the only thing that will happen is that the application will launch. But we want the application to launch at a specific page. So we are linking to product in this example. And the product we want our user to check out is Build Your Own Computer. And I will close now everything on my phone. So nothing's running. I will send the notification from admin panel. And I get it on my phone, Gregory as well. After clicking now on this notification, we are checking out the Build Computer product. So that's it. And that's everything we have prepared for you now. Now it's time for some questions, if you have any. Yeah?
You showed the querying data, but how do you write back to the system and integrate with the shopping cart and those parts in the app? Is that in the API?
Yeah, for example, if we are, this is a good question because this can't be done in the shared code. For example, you can see it. So I will maybe I will launch our actual app project. I have it somewhere here, and I will explain to you on the example. Because the way we pass data to this web view in the mobile app is via cookies, and it can't be done in Xamarin Forms. We have to write custom renderers for the web view in the Android project and in the iOS project. We don't have the Microsoft one, I mean the mobile phone, because we decided who uses mobile phone, I mean Windows Phone. So after completing an order in the web view on the mobile page inside our app, there are few possible URLs the user can be on. So either order is completed, checkout is completed, or okay, so these are the three addresses the user will be redirected to if the order is completed successfully. And if this event is fired every time the web view in our app changes its address. So if I know that user is going to be redirected to one of those three pages, I know that the order is completed. I get the information about this order via API. This method is API is one, and I can display the information you saw in the alert that the order is successfully processed, and further you can see this order in order list, and that's because we made this order, we completed this order in the web view in the mobile app. I don't know if that answers the question, but yeah.
Well, there's another option to build a mobile app called Angular. So my question is, why you pick up this one instead of?
So we came to the conclusion that there is native apps are superior to any other apps, Angular, etc., and Apache Cordova and the other possibilities. And in our firm, as Gregory said, we are writing in C#, and we are all basically .NET developers, so the Xamarin was the obvious choice. And writing the same app on two platforms or on three platforms, each time is pointless in our opinion, especially because it's business app. It doesn't have a lot of fancy features. You have to do in Android or in Java or in Swift, or I don't know what to use for Apple's programming. So C# was fine. Yeah?
Can we customize the look and feel of the mobile app?
Yeah, once again?
Can we customize the look and feel of the mobile app? The colors?
Yeah. Those are, I store them in one class. So if you talked about colors. So colors are basically taken from 4 properties. If you want to customize your app really quick, you just change those properties that are global for whole project. You can change push notification title as well, and we have it in our manual. In our manual, all the things you need to change if you want to rebrand this app to your own. And while writing this, I was having in mind that users might want to do that. So all the colors and the variables you might want to change are stored in one or few classes. Yeah?
Another question is how to turn this app into my own, for example, with my own logo, my own brand.
So first of all, you need to buy this product from us. It's not this presentation. Point of this presentation isn't selling our product, but showing you how you can use Xamarin and OData API. But if you want to buy this, you can either buy with source codes or have us to do that for you. But if you will buy from source code, we have many manuals for how to customize this app in terms of colors, icons, splash screens, etc. There are also options for us to publish this app for you, because publishing for Google Play is actually kind of easy, but publishing for Apple is not easy at all. You have to pass Apple's review, which is a pain in the somewhere. And we can do it for you for the additional charge, of course, because no one wants to deal with Apple. Okay, so I think that's it. Thank you for your attention.